have a look at this single product template. When I click on any of the thumbnails below it, go in changes. And you're going to say, we're quite familiar with this, but this is different to anything you've ever seen before with the Elementor WooCommerce Product Images gallery. Let me show you what you would normally see with the standard widget. So this right now, and I know it looks the same, is the standard widget. And I'm going to show you in a bit more detail. And when I click on any one of these, it changes. But look, notice how the gallery kind of moved up and the main image shrunk. And that was all because of the different sized images we got. And some of you may be familiar with this. If you've got a mixture of portrait and landscape images for your thumbnails or your main featured image of your product for WooCommerce, it can look really, really odd. And if I jump back into the settings, you can see I'm using the product images widget. You don't get a lot of control over the size of the main image or even the thumbnails. You can do a bit of spacing, you can do the border radii, but you're missing the object fit for cover. And maybe you want your main image to be a particular size. What you end up doing is you end up adding in bits of padding or resizing the container that sits inside to get it to be a particular size. But what I'm going to show you is a bit of code that gives you full-on control over how big those thumbnails are, the main images as well, and where do the thumbnails sit. So do you want them to sit below, or do you want them to sit to the right of the main image? So let me show you. We're going to stay on this widget. We're going to go to the Advanced tab, and I've given it the class name of Woo Images Bottom. We're actually going to change the bottom to be right because you're going to love what I do with this. But we'll start with Woo Images Bottom. Then I'm going to go to Custom CSS, and I will paste in this code, and you instantly saw it change. I'm reminding you that there are two classes you can use here. You can use bottom or right. When it comes to styling, you just have to worry about what you see at the top over here. So I'm now deciding on what is my gaps and my spacing between my thumbnails and the images. How big do I want my main image to be? So I've said 400 by 400. And I've even then said, well, what do you want to do for the tablet and the mobile? So maybe on the mobile, you want to have a different kind of size for your main image. I've also then said, how many columns do you want to have for your thumbnail? So when you're on the desktop, I want to have 4 columns that you can see here. But when we're on the tablet, I want to have 5. And when I'm on the mobile, I want to have 6. You're probably thinking, you're actually making it bigger. Why would you do that? You watch what I show you. You're going to love this, okay? You're also going to notice a bit of code for the side columns and the side rows. That is more relevant when we're showing the thumbnails on the right-hand side. Stay with me on this, okay? The really clever thing about this code, and you don't need to worry about it because it does it automatically, is that once you've set how big your main image is in terms of the height and the width, it then calculates how wide and tall should their thumbnails be, whether they're below or to the right of it. This is so super clever, okay? And you can control all of this. Let me now show you what this would look like on a desktop, a tablet, and a mobile. So here's the desktop view, okay? And look, notice now the images are not jumping, even the portrait. Now, the thing you do have to take into account is obviously if you had a very tall portrait image, it's going to crop it because it's doing object fit cover. But don't worry about that. If you feel like you want to fine tune it, I can go back over here, and for the desktop, I may now say I want the height to be 500. So look at that, it's now 500, but it applies that to every other image as well. Now we got a bit of crop going on here. So you got to think a little bit about your images. But before, we had that really annoying, distracting problem where if you've got a mixture of portrait or landscape, and they could be all landscape, but one of your images might have been 20 pixels shorter or taller than the other landscape images, and you're going to get this little movement, and that is so off-putting. Look at the tablet. We now have 5 columns instead of 4, and when we go over to the mobile, we now have 6. Before, you did not get this. Let me show you and remind you, what would this have looked like on the mobile if we had not applied that CSS code? So here we are on the mobile, and you might think it looks okay, but watch what happens when I pick that image. Everything moved down, and I do that, everything moves up. You do that, and everything moves down a bit. And I don't always like the sliding effect either. But when you pop the CSS back in, it now looks so much better. And don't forget, within the code, I've said do mobile columns 6. So when you're on the mobile, show me 6. Look, if I was to go and change this to be 3, can you see how it automatically calculated the width of what those images need to be? So it perfectly fits, because I've said on the mobile, I want it to be 310 pixels in width for the main image. You can't make this up. This is so much better. And look, again, I can click it and I'm not getting that slide effect. I don't know about you, but having the slide effect, it's, if you've got loads of images, it's a bit overkill. So if there were 12 thumbnails, you would now have 6 per row. Or you could change it to be 3 per row or 4 per row. But let me now take you on to the really interesting bit, because we do mention side columns and side rows. Let me just pop this back onto desktop. Where I have my class name, which is Woo Images Bottom, I'm going to change the bottom to be right. And as soon as I've done that, everything has moved over. I should kind of point out that whenever you do that, it's not a bad idea to just refresh your page. So now on the desktop, my thumbnails are to the right of my main image, and it automatically calculates what the height should be. Look, everything just changes. Remember, I've set this to be 500 pixels in height. I could make it smaller or taller. What about on the tablet? Same kind of thing. And look, this time I set it to be 5 rows instead of columns. In fact, I set it to be 2 columns and 5 rows. Now on the mobile, it might not look so good, but that's because I'm still using the same sizes as what I did before. So I'm just going to go to my CSS because I'm now showing the images on the right-hand side. And by the way, you could set up like at max media and not use this approach. So you could change it so that you maybe have them still at the bottom if you want for the mobile as well, but have them on the right-hand side for the desktop and the tablet. But for simplicity, I've set the width and the height on the mobile to be 220 pixel. And don't forget, you can make it as tall as you want. And now you've got this on your mobile. And it works absolutely fine. It's just another way of showing your thumbnails for your single product template. And we're not using any of a third-party plugin. This is just a bit of CSS inside of the standard Elementor product images widget that you normally get and use. It's just sometimes I find that we just use it and you wish you could tinker with it or change it, or maybe have the thumbnails in a different position, or maybe have a bit more control over how big the main image is and the thumbnails a little bit as well, and how many columns you have and how many rows you want to show them in. This bit of code does it for you. And for me, the best bit is how you can set it to be either below, which is bottom, or to the right of the main image. I'm Imran from Web Squadron. This code is available in the video description, or it will be the first pinned comment of the video. I hope you find some use for it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and follow. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.